Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV on PlayFrame, and another very brief little side story excursion. Yes, today we're going to embark on a very brief little detour into a job quest series, actually, for the Dark Knight. Now, I wasn't entirely sure where I was going to include this in the playthrough for a while because it's not relevant to the main story, really, but it is a fan favorite. It's a particularly well-liked job storyline in this game by fans, and it seems like one worth including, and it kind of makes the most sense to include it now before we wrap everything up with Heavensward and move on to other parts of the world and stories and stuff like that. So, heck with it, let's do it now. Now, you might recall, if you watched my Jobs 101 Heavensward video, that there's not a guild for Dark Knights anywhere, certainly not in Ishgard. That doesn't seem like this place's vibe. But there is a trainer you can find, and it happens in a rather unlikely way. Let's start here. After witnessing a spectacle like that, everyday life seems rather dull in comparison. So you didn't see that trial earlier? Ah, your loss. Fury take me, the way that heretic swung that slab of iron he called a sword was a sight to behold. He couldn't have carried a shield if he wanted to, the blade was so big. Had to keep two hands on it at all times. I was amazed he managed to keep up with that Temple Knight for as long as he did. Fought like a demon from the deepest pits of the seventh hell, bellowing threats and working his arts. I wasn't sure what to make of it at first, but then I heard someone say that he must be a Dark Knight. But you didn't hear that from me, huh? In fact, I'm sure I don't know anything about it. I'm going to press this man for details. Yegot, are you mad? We're standing outside the bloody tribunal. Fine, but keep quiet and listen well, because I'm only going to say this once. I should mention, this questline is sort of meant to be taking place pretty quickly after you get to Ishgard, so for a lot of players, if you're wanting to be switching to a Dark Knight as soon as you're able, then you could start this questline almost immediately after beginning Heavensward and getting into Ishgard. So, for the duration of this, assume that we have not completed the Heavensward story and that the church still holds an awful lot of power here and that heretics are not super well liked. The people of Ishgard are in high spirits, for another heretic has answered for his crimes. So, as I was saying, that heretic was fighting like a man possessed. Even after he took several wounds, he showed no sign of pain, though there was no mistaking the blood. As the fight wore on, it began to soak through his armor, spreading to every ilm of his body. But when it began to rise and envelop him as a mist, I realized it wasn't blood, but something dark and twisted. But the righteous are not so easily cowed, Halone be praised. I screamed myself hoarse when that Temple Knight slipped past his guard and ran him through. Good riddance, I say. Man was not meant to wield such arts. Yet, I wonder, was he truly one of those... Well, it matters not. I heard the Temple Knights talking of dumping his corpse in the broom. By sunrise, it'll be stripped bare and tossed over the walls. It'll be as though he never was, and as though we never had this conversation. Got it. My lips are sealed, and the broom, was it? Thank you. So if you head back down to the Foundation and start exploring around the broom, eventually, you will stumble upon what you seek. That's more than far enough for charity. They'll take care of the rest. And mayhaps sooner rather than later. Come on. Ooh. Is this it? Is this all that awaits? No. No more. Enough. Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Do you see? Durmin! Durmin! I've been waiting for you to open your eyes. You all right? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Name's Frey, by the way. And no, I'm not a heretic. Try convincing a temple knight drunk on authority of that, huh? Shame the pompous arse got the better of me. But how about you? You touched it, yes? That couldn't have felt good. A voice, huh? And a rather distressed one besides. Please, someone! Anyone! Not so fast. We need to talk about what's happening to you, what's growing within you, before you get carried away. There's a darkness within us all. Nothing dangerous, mind. In fact, it's quite healthy. But the crystal changes you, gives you the power to channel it. Do it without proper training, however, and, well, it might hurt. So go ahead. Ask me to teach you. Ask me to instruct you in the ways of the Dark Knights, and I will. Well, you do make a good case, I think. I know you're still worried about that screaming woman, so I'll keep this brief. We Dark Knights don't care one whit for prestige or pedigree. We're free to follow our hearts, to defend the weak and punish the guilty as we see fit. The law of the land, the authority of a name, these are tools cowards use to escape harm. We have no need of shields, figurative or literal. Here, my blade is your blade, my soul crystal, your crystal. Go on, take them. You'll need them soon enough. Don't mind if I do. And just like that, we've begun a new job, which I'm going to need to switch to in order to continue this. So, for a day, we're going to be a Dark Knight. That'll be fun. One moment. There we are. We're a Dark Knight now. And sure, I could have gotten myself all dressed up like a beginner Dark Knight, like most folks would be when they started this quest line, but instead, I decided to go ahead and don a look that actually one of the Dantalis Theater Company folks assembled for me. It's a pretty good look, a very good Dark Knight look. The most important aspect of it is, though, that it is, in fact, a Bug Knight cosplay. Bug Knight rides again. I love it. Okay. We're a Dark Knight now, though, and that's going to be fun. And I'll lose the helmet for most of the time, but still, I just had to let y'all see that. Thank you very much, Makoto, for creating this outfit. It is extremely cute. Okay. Frey is ready to teach you. You need only ask. Well, well, don't you look the part. Ready to harness the darkness within to set the wrong things aright. Now bear in mind that while the darkness gives you strength, that strength comes at cost. That is but one sacrifice, though, and justice demands many. Say a man, a venerable, untouchable man, harms a child in unspeakable ways. He strides through the Hoplon, secure in the knowledge that he is beyond punishment. But for one who cuts down that vile beast as he flaunts his freedom, who knows how many others will suffer? Such was the dilemma faced by a goodly knight long ago. He knew that he'd be stripped of his titles and denounced for the deed. The threshold we refuse to cross is a line we draw for ourselves. We fear the consequences, and people suffer for our indecision. Everyone who held that crystal came to conquer that fear, and became who they wanted to be. That night was the first. Will you be the next? Think on that while we look into the commotion down below. Yes, it is pretty much the Batman job. I am here to assist with my big, well, relatively large sword, about as big as I can carry. Here we are. Go and ask her what's wrong. Please, I don't know what to do. It's my granddaughter. I didn't see him standing there, and I know that's no excuse. I should have been more careful. But my granddaughter, she started yelling at the Temple Knight, and I tried to stop her, I did. But then he said she had to come with him, and if I could just tell him how sorry I am, maybe he would... He'd take you too, is what he'd do. Even if you went and begged the blue bastard to intervene, it'd be too late by then. Ain't the first time they've taken a girl her age. If she doesn't fight back, they might let her go after. No, there has to be another way. Ah, Ishgardian justice. They might spare the girl, you know. Leave her with a few scars and a lifelong lesson. Or we could beat every last one of them to within an ilm of their lives and rescue the girl. You'd like that, wouldn't you? I knew you would. Everything's gonna be all right, madam. When I'm through with those knights, they'll not dare trouble you ever again. Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, Frey? Oh, there you are. Assuming they didn't just drag her into an alley, they've taken her to either the congregation or the tribunal. The Honorable Sir Emmerich wouldn't suffer such reprehensible behavior under his roof. The Inquisition, on the other hand, well, so that leaves the tribunal. If the girl's still alive, I imagine they'll make all manner of threats. Come any closer and she dies, and so forth. If so, we'll need to make something perfectly clear to them. We're not here for her. We're here for you. Once they decide she means nothing to us, they'll attack us or flee. I don't know about you, but I'm eager to find out which. You have learned all the Dark Knight actions and traits to level 30, which is, yeah, you start out the Dark Knight at level 30, and then you'll need to get yourself up to level 50 if you're wanting to continue the main quest at that time, but whatever, doesn't matter. Detailed descriptions can be viewed, and that also doesn't matter. Moving on. We've justice to dish out. Tiny, adorable justice. I am the knight. Frey, I'm here. Just the one sword between the two of us, I'm afraid. You keep it. I dare say it fits rather snugly in your hands. But don't worry about me. I'll do my part to keep you on your feet. Now, should things turn violent, as I expect they shall, you may need to tap into your dark side to survive. It's not unlike drawing upon your own ether to weave magic. Fear, pain, rage, that which lies in the deepest depths of our souls makes for a potent fuel. But be warned, burn too much too quickly and you risk being consumed. Do not worry, Durmin. The first step over the threshold is always the hardest. Ah, yes. I should have known you'd do that. Right then, let's find the girl. Let's do. Ah, what do I spy? A pernicious temple knight and a frightened maid? This won't do at all. Who are you? Another highborn arse? Yes. I do appreciate that you can actually set difficulty on a bunch of these, so if one of them just really starts whipping your butt, and some of these later in the game actually can be weirdly hard. You can set it down to very easy if you just want to keep the story going. It's nice of them. We'll see how I do. Damn it, girl, you're only making it worse for yourself. The hell's with you? I've done nothing wrong. Why are the pretty ones always so daft? If I had a guild for every time I had to kill an unrepentant bastard like you. Well, what the? Are you threatening a temple knight? Oh, you're very clever. Yes, I am. Now let her go. Enough of this. With me, girl. Now. One more word of protest and I'll toss your grandmother in a cell to rot. You three, seize this imbecile. Here we go. Dark Knight time. Surrender or die. No, I don't think we will. Funny, I was about to say the same thing. And now you get to see all the Dark Knight skills. And I have to remember which ones I can actually use when level scaled back down to 30, which is not very many. We'll make it work. Get out of here, you three. Bring everyone! He's gone mad! Reinforcements, huh? Looks like we'll have to even the odds. Search your soul for the darkness. We need but a sliver. Yes. You see, Durmin? The flames beckon. Immerse yourself in the flames and ignite the darkness within. You know, sounds fun. Ooh. Just so, as it burns brighter, so too does your strength swell. But drink not too deep, lest the flames consume you. Magic vulnerability up after hitting one of those things, but we also get a minute of damage dealt increased, while damage taken reduced. Not bad. I'll have another, I think. Let's go. Draw upon your dark side and drive the foes before you. I will. Get out of here. Your pain manifests into a new flame of darkness. Convenience. So, who are we fighting now? We heading up this way? Ah, yes. Come here. This is a tanking job, by the way, so fortunately we are rather sturdy. Knocking them down like bowling pins. Hello. All this for a base-born bitch. Do you know what you're doing? Aye, I do. I'm killing you and anyone else who gets in my way. Probably better start with the Chirurgeon, huh? No heals, only damage. Almost got him. Nope, there's more. Might as well have a sip. Oop. Down for the count for the moment. The darkness threatens to swallow your very being. I'm alright, I'm alright. Just needed a sec. Hey, please don't hit my healer. I need them to live. You fool, I warned you not to drink too deep. The next knight who bears steel, I'm not only going to kill, but hang on. I'm not only going to kill his wife, his friends, and burn his goddamned house down. Well, slow your roll, bud. I think we win already. Thank you. Those of you who yet live, remember this horror, and know that should you speak of it, it shall be visited upon you again 100-fold. Goodness, going on a little intense, bud. We beat them already. Frey? Oh, here we go. Well done, hero. I think the fair maiden wants to have a word. I don't know what to say, sir. Thank you, thank you. I got a little carried away earlier. It's just that when I saw how they were treating my grandmother, I had to say something, and... What? No one screamed your name. My grandmother called out just the once, but that was it. Speaking of which, I should hurry back. I suppose I ought to say that I'm sorry for what I did, but I'm not. Those knights had it coming. Halone bless you for what you did. Happy to help. Well, we did it. Feels good, doesn't it? Strange, maybe, but a good strange, I'll wager. You tapped into something primal, a power nestled within you, yearning to be free. As your understanding of this power grows, so too will your skill as a Dark Knight. You've done well, far better than I could have hoped, in fact. But there is still so much more to learn, so much further to go. I won't lie to you, Durmin, the risks will only increase. So if you want to keep going, you have to trust in me. Can you do that? I have reservations. I don't know. It's only natural to have doubts. I appreciate your honesty. Give some thought to what I said. When you're ready, come and find me. I'll be waiting where we first met. And with that, we have a trainer. The next Dark Knight quest will be available from Frey upon reaching level 35. Good thing we're like 70 or 80 or something. Frey! I'm ready for lesson 2. Frey has been waiting for you for a long time. It's not been that long. I had a feeling you'd come by today, Durmin. And sure enough, there you are, eager to pick up where we left off. Let's start with a question, then. You must be burning with several after that last affair. What was that voice I heard? Why were you detained by the Inquisition? And what became of the old woman and her granddaughter? I do actually wonder that. Has there been any, retribution? Oh, for the love of... They're fine, both of them. You solved all their problems. Happy? Now then, are you ready to stop dancing around the real question and just ask? Why were you detained by the Inquisition? Why do you think I was detained by zealous temple knights who see heretics around every corner? There was a girl, an innocent. They wanted her, and I objected. Now then, are you ready to stop dancing around the real question and just ask? What was that voice I heard? Ah, yes, the voice. The one you heard when you first touched the crystal. An excellent question, but a difficult one to answer. Some say it's a beacon, guiding the Dark Knight to his true calling. Whose is it, you ask? Only you can answer that, for each knight must hearken to a different voice. As you grow more accustomed to drawing upon your dark side, you will come to hear it more clearly. Communication will hasten this process, but we dare not conduct the rites here, under the watchful eye of the Holy See. We will make for southern Thanalin, for little Alamigo. Okay. Why not? Let's get on over there. Here we are. Boy, been a while, huh? And there you are. Punctual as ever, I see. Communion, lest you worry, is rather simple. It's a ritual in which one nurtures the darkness within so that he may channel it more effectively in battle. Do not, however, presume the risks to be any less than before. Should you partake of it in excess, you will die. Or worse. So before we begin, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to kill something for me. Something feral, something fearsome which will push you to your limits. I want to see you thrive in that moment. That way I'll know you're ready. Ask Gundobald, he should know of a suitable creature. Probably gonna confuse him a lot. Definitely the weirdest thing I've come up to ask Gundobald. Whatever, maybe he'll roll with it. A pleasure to see you again, Durmin. Do you require assistance? Training? Well, if you seek dangerous beasts for that purpose, then the Red Labyrinth is home to pesties? I feel like I've goofed this one up before. Pesties is what I'm going to guess, but I think I'm wrong. Notorious for their size and vigor. Our trappers take great pains to avoid their nests, and those who do not bear scars for their folly. I pity the man who dies without scars. But these pesties sound promising. Tell me more. They've attacked caravans loaded with Aldgoat carcasses before. The smell drives them into a frenzy. This should serve to draw them out of hiding. Durmin, I'll always be grateful for what you did. Those young ones were on the verge of making a terrible mistake. So consumed with anger were they. I hesitated to act, even though I saw it burning within them, as I see it burning within you now. You seek the darkness within. I'll not claim to understand your meaning, but I wish you well in your training. Let's go. Okay, good to see you again. Whew, hot one out here today. So, what do we do? Ah, they're close. I can feel their eyes upon us. Well, we're here. Show me who you are, Durmin. Show me what you can do. I'm waiting. Alright. Where's the, Ah, yes. Have some Aldgoat meat. Spot on the ground. There we are. And then we wait. Ah, perfect. You'll do wonderfully. Right, not level scaled. I'm good at this. What do you think? That wasn't so hard now, was it? Not at all. Friend, you're in my shot. Weird little thing. To mete out justice, to protect the weak from the strong, and so forth, you yourself must be strong. Strength is pain. Strength is suffering. Strength is sacrifice. We must prepare for communion, but not here. Come, before more pesties are drawn by the smell. All right, well, where are we going? Oh, back to Little Alamigo, of course. You know, I'll take the fast way. There we go. You look ready. Good. Now listen well. Close your eyes and hold out your hand towards me. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs, then let it pass from your lips. Slower. Slower. Listen to my voice. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen for the other. With every breath, you grow lighter and slip further into the abyss. 1 foot in front of the other, over and over again. To the ends of the world and back again. And if time has no end, still forward and onward, over and over again. So, what did you hear? Interesting, but not terribly informative. But do not lose heart. That you were able to hear it once more is progress enough. I believe you will come to understand its words, and its will in due time. I should mention that, in some cases, the voice is said to be that of another, one whom the Dark Knight is fated to seek out. If that's the case, you may have a long journey ahead of you. So you would welcome such a journey. There is something to be said for it, and for travel, for that matter, to roam free and help those in need. Yet no good deed goes unpunished, does it? I knew a man once. Wanted to be a hero, do great things, and so he did. The songs always end there. But life doesn't, does it? There are temptations more deadly than the dark side, Durmin. You should have learned this by now, but you haven't. You will. The communion is ended, and with it, our time together. But we shall meet again, as we did before. All right. Well, then I will see him and you all in Ishgard again next time to continue with our Dark Knight training. I hope you're enjoying, and I will see you on Friday for the conclusion of this little Dark Knight side story. Take care until then, everyone, and goodbye.